This is upsetting for me to see the environment being wrecked like that.
This East Austin man contacted KXAN after seeing piles of trash collecting along Austin City roads. Now, he's concerned the city isn't doing enough to stop it.
KXAN investigator Mike Rush finds out the scope of illegal dumping in the city and the challenges and cost of keeping Austin clean.
I've been a recreational and a competitive cyclist.
When you've been at it as long as Doug Ballew,
I've raced for about 20 years.
you know how to pick your playground. The hilly roads framing the east side of Lake Walter E. Long in East Austin have an appeal.
In the mornings, there's hardly any cars at all, and so that's one of the reasons I love riding out here.
And this is another reason.
The scenery out here is very pretty.
Though lately, Ballew has had to backpedal on that assessment as he treks past all kinds of nasty trash, dotting the landscape he loves so much.
I see tires, construction material. We got a little bit of everything.
Even bags of coconuts.
It's crazy. Coconuts.
And this monument of a mess is piled up at the entrance to a wildlife sanctuary on Blue Bluff Road.
I'd like to see some kind of efforts to prevent it from happening in the first place. There could be even game cameras set up, catch license plate numbers or catch people dumping.
It's a good idea, which is why Austin Code tells me it does use cameras, more than 30 that it can use throughout the city, any given time, any given place. They actually tell me there's one somewhere out here right now. And sometimes that secret footage does uncover some clues.
We've been successful in many other locations.
This is Robert Alvarado,
It curbed it, but it didn't make it go away.
a division manager with Austin Code Compliance.
How does a city road get that bad?
I mean, it's citywide. There's nothing, it's not that particular road itself.
Any idea, like in a typical year, how many 311 calls you get?
Someone in the 30,000 calls, all different types of violations of code.
Wow. How do you respond to all that?
Well, we have about 60-something staff in the field.
Meaning not enough people power to patrol, just to respond to dumping complaints. Regarding those roads Ballew uses,
This area specifically is chronic has a high volume of illegal dumping.
a hotspot, he says, because the roads are remote but easy to access. Alvarado says there have been around 7 reported violations in that area within the last year, and the surveillance camera is out there now for 3 active cases on 3 roads. He says the city is in the process of cleaning up the area, and one estimate, he says, $6,000 to haul trash from just one of the 3 roads. But what about
Some signs in English and Spanish saying no dumping.
Alvarado says his team does plan to put no dumping signs in the area, but says they've been there before.
What happened to
Got
them?
removed, stolen.
A vicious cycle
It's just an ongoing effort.
Ballew believes might be best solved with better behavior.
Let's keep these areas natural and pristine.
Mike Rush, KXAN Investigates.
A city spokesperson told us after our interview with Code Compliance that no dumping signs have been placed in that area. Cleanup is expected to start tomorrow. Austin Code says calling 311 is the best way to report illegal dumping, and a code enforcement officer will usually assess the area within 5 days.
Now, the process to get the trash cleaned up varies based on whether it's on city or private property, but can generally take up to 2 months. Illegal dumping is a Class C misdemeanor in Austin with a fine of up to $2,000. We started looking into this story after a tip. If you have something you want us to investigate, just email us at reportit@kxan.com.